Hello, my friend. Welcome to my channel again. This is Kurt. It's been a while. I hope you're doing well. Today we're going to talk about sunrise photography. Sunrise is one of my favorite subjects to shoot as a landscape photographer. Sunrise have a dramatic light. It have blue hour, have a golden hour. The light is usually very attractive, and also usually during sunrise there are much less people around. It's not like sunset. Maybe in a good viewpoint there's lots of people there. It's crowded, right? But sunrise, most of people cannot get up so early in the morning, so I can really enjoy shooting sunrise in a very quiet environment. So today I'm going to tell you 10 tips to help you to improve your sunrise photo. You can shoot photo like this or like that. Let me share those tips. Hi, this is Kurt Wang, a landscape photographer based in Toronto, Canada. Welcome to my channel. Here I will tell you my photography stories, share my knowledge and skills, and make photography friends. The first tip is you need to have a good plan beforehand. You need to plan the whole shooting. Don't just go there, try your luck. Maybe it's raining or maybe you don't know the location, right? So there are 3 factors you need to be prepared. First is about the location. If you can scout beforehand, that's perfect. If you cannot, make sure you do some research. Either ask friend or search online, maybe use Google Map to do some research. Know the location that you're going to shoot the sunrise at. The second one is weather. Weather is so important for landscape photography because you count on the weather condition. You may need to have the sky in your frame. So how the sky look like, it'll be very important, especially for sunrise photography. Make sure you check weather. You can use some apps or weather forecasts to make sure you get good weather that can fit your expectation. Another one is composition. If there's any interesting foreground or if any interesting background is a city, maybe there's a skyline. If it's in the nature, maybe there's a snow mountain or something. So have a rough idea about the composition you're gonna have. So when you get there, you know what to do. You wouldn't spend lots of time just figure out the composition. That's my first tip. My second tip is to arrive at the location earlier. Don't wait until sunrise time. For example, if the sunrise is 6 o'clock, don't wait until 6 o'clock to arrive. You may be gonna be rushing yourself to set up camera, set up tripod. You're gonna miss some good shot. Make sure you arrive earlier, especially some new location you're not familiar with. Maybe you need to leave some time for yourself to scout and get familiar with, so you know what to do. You will have sufficient time to set up your camera and you have enough time to figure out your composition. The third tips I want to share is don't just focus on golden hour photos. Arrive at your location earlier, observe the blue hour light. There's lots of good cloud and light during blue hour, and also lots of chances to shoot good long exposure before sun's up. So make sure you capture some beautiful blue hour photos too. Something like this. Don't just focus on golden hour only. Next one, make sure you bring your tripod. Don't just count on shooting handheld. Even during bright golden hour, you can't guarantee your hand never shake. Even the shutter speed is fast. Make sure you bring tripod. And also, when the light is not that strong, for example, before sun is up, you may get good light. You want to shoot long exposure. You need a tripod to do that. So I always bring tripod with me when I shoot sunrise. Next one, use aperture priority instead of manual mode. Why I use aperture priority shooting sunrise? That's because from blue hour to golden hour, during the sunrise time, the light keep changing. From dark to bright, it keep changing. If I use a manual mode, I have I have to keep adjust the shutter speed to adapt to the light changing. However, if I use aperture priority, I just need to set up aperture and ISO and let the camera to decide on the shutter speed to fit the light condition. Change your mode to aperture priority, set up your aperture. If you're not shooting anything fast moving for landscape, for sunrise, usually you can choose f8, f11 or f16. ISO, the lower the better, maybe ISO 100 or ISO 50 or 200. If you have anything fast moving, you can just increase your ISO and lower your aperture, and then your shutter speed will go up accordingly. That's how you control the shutter speed. But if there's nothing special, you just need to keep your ISO and aperture, and the camera will figure out how to change the shutter speed by itself. That's the easiest way to capture the forever changing light during sunrise. Next is about sunrise photo shooting setting. I prefer aperture priority, as I mentioned in the previous tape. And the setting is simple. I usually go with aperture f11 or f16. It depends on the subject I'm shooting. If there's lots of background, I want the background to be more legible, I may use f16. If not much foreground, I may use f8 or f11. For the ISO, for sunrise, usually the lower the better. I will go with ISO 100. If your camera can do ISO 50, you can even do that. For shutter speed, if you use aperture priority, as I mentioned earlier, the camera will figure out shutter speed by itself. You just need to adjust your composition bar at the bottom of the camera. So usually when you do long exposure during blue hour, your shutter speed can be very long. You can use a filter system to make darker and force the camera to do longer shutter speed. If you see anything fast moving, for example, you're shooting a skyline with a flying bird, you want to capture the bird, make sure the shutter speed is at least 1/250 seconds. You need to be very fast to capture the bird. In this case, you can change your aperture to probably 5.6, 6.3 and boost up your ISO to maybe ISO 400 something. In that way, your shutter speed will be faster accordingly. Next tip, I would suggest you use ND filter system to help you get good sunrise photos. You can use graduated ND filter to dark the upper side of your frame, like dark the sky, because lots of time the highlight and the shadow have a big difference. You may not be able to get one shot, get one perfect exposure by one click. So you want to do that, you have to dark the highlight so your exposure will be well balanced. You can also use ND filter to do long exposure too. So I would suggest you practice using ND filter system. It'll help you to get better photo. The next tip, if you do not have ND filter system, you want to have a good exposure to balance the strong sky, like highlighting the sky and a little bit dark foreground. You can use exposure bracketing. Exposure bracketing basically is shooting 3 or 5 photo by using underexposed photo, neutral exposed photo, and overexposed photo. And then in Lightroom or other editing software, you can stack them together to make one well-balanced photo. So usually I would do 3 shot. 3 shot is easier, and I usually use -2 underexposed, neutral exposed, and 2+ overexposed. I got 3 photos from underexposed to overexposed. I put them together in Lightroom to get a balanced exposure. My next tip, don't wrap up too fast, don't wrap up too early. Sometimes you thought maybe it wouldn't be, there wouldn't be any good light anymore, you pack up too early. And then you realize there's something happening. It could be a beautiful boat passing by, or some interesting bird flying, and you already pack up your camera. When you grab it, you missed the shot, right? Don't pack up too early. take some time. When you shoot sunrise photo, take some time. Don't rush yourself. Observe, make sure it's really nothing to shoot before you pack up. I missed lots of good shots because I packed up too early, right? And then on my way back to my car, I found I missed some good shot. So usually I would take additional 10 or 20 minutes than what I planned. Just relax, enjoy. Even there's nothing, at least you enjoy a beautiful morning. The last tip is utilize a lot of useful apps to help you shoot sunrise. For example, Clear Outside. So this is a very useful app. You can check the low, medium, high cloud location and then decide if the sky gonna be good, if there's any burning cloud or gonna be overcast, maybe not even a good day to shoot. So I definitely suggest you use some of the app like this one to analyze the weather. And also you can use many other apps to help you to plan and analyze your shooting. Another one is the PhotoPal. PhotoPal is a very good tool for sunrise photographer. You can find out where the sun's position, where the sun gonna be coming up from, and even you can use PhotoPal to plan alignment, to put the sun behind some building or landmark. Very interesting. PhotoPal definitely a very good sunrise apps to use. You can search them on YouTube. There's lots of tutorials there. There's many other apps. So this tool is, for me, it's mostly used for my sunrise photos. I definitely recommend them. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope these 10 tips can help you to improve your photography, can make your sunrise photo more beautiful. If you're interested, make sure you subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.